Hello, everyone. I think I've got you here. Let me see. Sorry for jumping on a few minutes late, but as I was trying to get on, my internet so rudely told me with no advance notice that my Switcher Studio had expired. My free trial had expired. So I had to hurry and sign up. I think I did really well. 706. That's pretty good considering I didn't know what I was doing and I forgot my password. So anyway, here we are. Finally. Hello, everyone. It's Lisa Harden at the Stamping Zoo coming to you live from beautiful Boise, Idaho. And it is beautiful. It's a little warm for my taste, but that's okay. Because I'm inside. Perfect stamping weather in here. First, I will ask, is my voice syncing up with my lip movement? Because if it isn't, then I know how to at least take my picture of my face off of it now. Hello, everyone. Oh, so nice to see you. I feel like I should have like some theme music when I come on, you know? It's Lisa Harden from the Stamping Zoo, coming to you live from Boise. And then, I'm on the highway to hell. I don't know why that just popped into my head. That's beautiful. That's beautiful stamping theme music, isn't it? Oh, well, you never know what you're going to get here. But it's not going to be normal, that's for sure. Yeah, exactly. That's beautiful. Have some nice, calm stamping time with your friends. All right. All right. Settle down, everybody. Okay, let's see. Lips moving in time. Donna says yes. I think you're either saying yes, that's good for a theme song, or yes, my lips are matching up. I think we were just off that one night, right? Let's hope. But I do wish that I had the technological know-how to have inserted some foreign language. Like somebody had said that it looked like a kung fu movie, you know, like a 60s kung fu movie. So that's pretty fun. Cindy, thank you so much for sharing with friends. You're one of my special friends. Yes, you are. So nice to see everybody jumping on here. You don't even know. And look, we're going to work with a blank piece of paper today. We're going to work with something that I've been waiting for and something I didn't even know I needed. How about that? Let's see what I've got in the trolley today. I feel kind of like Mr. Rogers when I say that. I have the beautiful, gorgeous Posies card kit. This is the box it comes in. I think you've probably all seen this by now, but you may not actually have one. And if you don't, gosh, I suggest getting this. This is such a beautiful gift card box. And then there's cards inside. Now what I'm going to do with mine, I had always planned on getting this. I'm going to give this to a friend of mine. She's over 70 and a very spunky little 70-plus lady. But she doesn't need a lot of things. In fact, she routinely tries to get rid of things that are in her house. So, but she's also a very great card and letter writer. Has beautiful handwriting. So I thought I'm going to make this card kit for her. Then she can use up all the kits. She can give a gift to somebody else in this box, and it will all be gone. I know. Sorry. Yes. Tonight's video is sponsored by Diet Pepsi. There you go, Julie, if you were just thinking about that. So let's find out. The kits are right in the beginning of the catalog. I don't want you to miss this, okay? I bought a couple of kits. Here it is. Oh, it's gorgeous, even in the catalog. This one is not an all-inclusive. Let's make sure. Okay, wanted to make sure you had a good view of that. This kit is not all-inclusive. You can buy just the kit with the card making supplies without the stamp set. That's $32. And it makes 16 cards, 4 of each of these designs. And see, this is the box. I thought that was one of the cards, but no. Although this design is on this card base. So anyway, 4 of each of these designs. And then there are die cut pieces in here for the sentiments. I think they're pretty easy. They're like long strips or circles. If you have a lot of stamps or even a lot of paper pumpkin sets of little stamps, you probably have sentiments that you might like to reuse on this card kit. I went ahead and got the stamp set with it, which is right down here, Gorgeous Posies, $19, because I really liked it. It's distinctive, and just like you can use the card kit with separate stamps, you can use the stamps with separate supplies. But we're going to use both together tonight. I think we should, right? So anyway, and it also tells you over here, if you've never stamped before, it gives you kind of a really easy little add-on list. And then if you just buy everything on this page and you have a pair of scissors, you're good to go. All right? So anyway, I love this kit because I love purple. It is my favorite color. And I love flowers. So the lady I'm making this for also loves flowers. So in addition to that, I was kind of curious about the Whale Done stamp set. I ended up buying the complete, what do I want to say? You hit the one button and you buy everything, the suite. The one button, gotta have it all. And when I got it, you guys, again, these are both the things that, what do I want to say? What these two things have in common is they're so much better in person. They're great in the catalog, but they're fantastic in person. All right, let me look up this suite. You would have thought I would have done this in advance, right? But I don't want it to be too staged for everybody. Right? Yeah, otherwise I would have probably thought up a better theme song. This one starts on page 94, goes over to page 96. Shows you some great examples. Don't miss these. These are the sequins. Oh my Lord. They're the best sequins, I think. They're my new favorite sequins. Let me get out some of these gems, literally. Okay, so first of all, let's talk briefly about the paper. We're gonna make a card tonight with this paper. This paper is so, it's really beautiful, even though it's kind of cartoony. You know what I mean? It's not cutesy necessarily. It's more beautiful to me, even though it's kind of illustrations. It's not photography, but I don't think it could be any prettier. I love it so much. Tell me if any of you have this, and I don't know, maybe you have a better word to describe it. It's just kind of touching. Look at this. Look at this, and especially look at this little turtle who's like looking our way. Oh, I mean, break my heart. I love this turtle paper. I don't hoard paper, I'm all about using it, but it's gonna be hard to cut into the turtle paper and waste any of the turtles. Look at this one. You could cut this, you know, horizontally. Sorry, I think I have a spy. Do I have a spy? Oh, somebody's gonna try and get in the closet. Anyway, where was I? The paper, it's charming. It's really charming. Look at this one. I suddenly realized, I'm 51 and I just realized I love turtles. Stamp It Up did it to me, right? I know, Darcy. It's like illustrations from an award-winning book. That's a really good way to put it, Roz, because it really is. I mean, it's just, it takes my breath away a little bit. Look at this one. It looks like sunlight coming down under the sea. It really gives you that feel. And then, of course, even better is that it's double-sided. And I haven't even had a chance to put this into my sampler design yet. But, I mean, it's going to be tough to choose which side of the paper you want to use. Anyway, so I hope that you will give this suite a chance. I think it's pretty popular. Like I said, for me, I was like, cute, okay. But I had no idea how pretty it was really going to be. And you can use a lot of these designs. I could see using a lot of these designs just with a sentiment, not even from the Whale Done set, just any of your regular sentiments. So please check this out, okay? It also comes with the gorgeous, let me grab, I already bought the ribbon just separately because it's organza and I love organza ribbon and how it ties. And this is that pool party ribbon, right? So this is the suite that it's actually a part of. Now, who said don't tempt me? Oh, Susan, look at the punch. This is a whale builder. We probably will use that tonight. Then it has this beautiful seabed 3D embossing folder. I think we'll run that through tonight. We want to take a look at that. Oh my gosh, Ross says we have turtles coming up on our beaches to lay their eggs. Then they hatch toward August and September. Gary, do research on them. Gary is like rock star scientist, I tell you what. Okay, oh, look at this. Look at this. We haven't even run paper through it yet. It's gonna be so beautiful. Okay, and then finally, the one thing that I was like, stop the press. Whale of a Time sequence. Let me try and bring this up here nice and close. I mean, what can I even say about them? These little pink pieces are actually seashells. And, I mean, they're sequins, but they're seashells. These would make beautiful shaker cards. I was going to start taking them out of there, but anyway, it'd make beautiful shaker cards. I think there's some pool party in there. There's several different sizes. So you could take them out separately and adhere them with a glue dot. Oh, yes. Okay. So I can see them on my own camera now. There's a little bit of a delay. Good. Nothing like in person. Okay. So the sequins are, let's see, if you start to piece it out separately, the sequins are $6.50. They could be added to anything. So don't forget about those. This is a killer suite. Really, really fun. I'm going to try and do it some justice tonight. Now, I have a card that's been percolating in my mind, and I haven't made it yet. So, Lord help me. I don't know if it'll turn out right or not. But I have a card that's been percolating up there. But why don't we do a little warm up with gorgeous posies? Yes? Let's get warmed up. Card kit's a great way to get warmed up, because it's going to tell us how to make them. I don't have to come up with the design. Looks like my face is a little fuzzy. I'm sure it's all about lighting. But yes, Lori, the more you see the suite, the more you like it. Well, me too. Like I said, I kind of just got it on a whim. I had seen a few cards made with it and thought it's cute. I thought that's going to be fun. It's really going to be really nice to work with. Okay, if you've never gotten a card kit from us before, be ready to be wowed. There are plenty of supplies for extras, plenty of supplies if you do make a little oopsie with your stamping. They don't shortchange us in any way, and you get lots of beautiful supplies. Like this is for 16 cards. So the only thing I did with this is I unwrapped the supplies, mostly because I wanted to look at them last night. But I haven't put anything together. So this is how it comes, and look inside. It's got this like watercolor splotched, it's completely finished on the inside. This almost looks like a little jewelry box. It's really pretty. And then, okay, these, I had some extra supplies because you always have little extras, right? This is a sheet, mostly a full sheet of gold sequins that I got from an old paper pumpkin. I don't remember, it was probably last year. And I have been waiting for the perfect time to use them. And these cards are going to be the perfect time to use them. And I also had a few of the Gorgeous Grape sequins, or Yeah, self-adhesive sequins. I think that's what we called them. So I had a few of those left, and of course I grabbed those out. So the colors in this are Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, I believe Calypso Coral. Let me double check that. Probably a little bit of Garden Green, but we can find out for sure just by looking in the kit, in English or Japanese. Take your pick, or French or Dutch. Great. Okay, so let's see here. It says that the colors are, oh, it's Blushing Bride. I'm sorry. Blushing Bride, Blackberry Bliss, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather. And there's a bunch of other colors actually. It tells you right off the bat which additional products you might need. So that's very good. We're gonna kind of just dive in because this isn't my first kit, right? This isn't my first rodeo. Think holiday or birthday gifts for the card kit. Exactly, Roz. Like as bad as I think I might need it. Let's face it, I have a lot of cards around here. I lack for no cards for myself, but I do know that my friend would probably love to have a set of cards. And also when you look at it like a birthday gift, it's very economical, but I think it's nice because you can put your own personal touch on it. So just a thought. It's what we do, right? As card makers, we give personal things from ourselves. So here are some of the card fronts. So you get, here are, again, remember I told you there's 16 card bases. There's Blushing Bride, Highland Heather, Soft Seafoam. Oh, maybe there's like double of Blushing Bride. I think there might be double of those. Okay. And if I go through something too fast or you want to look at it a little bit closer up, please let me know. I do try and watch comments, but sometimes I get a little wrapped up in my own crafting, right? This beautiful little Baker's Twine, Highland Heather. Oh, this is nice. This is kind of like satin and organza all together. My gosh, quite a bit of it. Quite a few yards of this with gold. Isn't that gorgeous? Feels like it's gonna be pretty easy to work with too. Okay, so then we have that. We have these beautiful die cut pieces. Again, this is what we're going to be stamping the sentiments on. So let's see, we get a couple of sheets of those. Nice. Oh, these are fun. Little extra die cut pieces again. These we will put on with seal or dimensionals or something like that. And then even more pre-cut. They almost have like, let me bring one of these out. So they're laser cut. They almost have a little bit of a dark edging to them to make them look a little more dimensional. I don't even know if you can pick that up, but it's just a little extra touch. It's not just flat white. Very nice. And then finally we have the card fronts, which really all you need to do is just stick these on the cards and they'd be done, right? Look at that. We've got beautiful gold filing. That's unreal. So we have 3 of those, it looks like. Look at these. I love that soft seafoam. It's so pretty. Such a pretty color. This is nice. And these really, all of them will be portrait or landscape. So if you want to mess around with the designs and alter them, looks like they'd just be very easy to do, right? So this one looks just as natural that way or this way. And is quite stunning. Has that same sort of dappled background as the box. So again, they're bringing the designs all together to make it look very cohesive. Looks very put together and professional, sort of like me, you know. And then, oh my gosh, the envelopes. Those are really nice. Look at the envelopes. Ooh, nice. That same sort of like kind of dappled coloring. Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. All of the envelopes are that color. That's very nice. We're not going to make all of these tonight, but let's make a few. let's make a few and see if it stands up to the hype. I already think it stands up to the hype. Wow, so cute. Okay, again, remember, I bought the stamp set. Gorgeous cozies, and these are the different stamps. It is a distinctive stamp set. So, you know, it has a very photorealistic kind of watercolor feel to it, doesn't it? Imagine this in any colors. Now, I've just stamped these in Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. You've got 4 sentiments, and then all of these little pieces and parts. I don't even know what that is. We'll find out. It looks like probably you stamp it as an accent to this, but I don't know. That's the fun of it, right? You just stamp it and figure it out. Hello, Amy. Oh, Leslie, you've made 4 cards with this so far, with this card kit? Nice. Pam, I think it's beautiful too. And thank you so much for sharing. I want to thank you all for doing that. And you know that I say this every time, but it's always true. You can help my little business without spending a dime by just sharing this video, because then you never know when one of your friends might want to join us for a little stamping fun, right? And I sell all of the products that I use. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you live in the United States and you would like to shop with me, I would love to earn your business. I promise to do a good job for you. You can find out more details on the Stamping Zoo. You can message me in Facebook. You can call me on the phone, 208-830-6328. Maybe not right now, but after this, I will answer, I promise. So let's get started here. Let's put some of these up on blocks and see what we like. I think I'm going to like all of them. All right, those dogs are being awfully quiet. They just went outside. They have a tendency to do that, and sometimes I think they want to go out there and torture the neighbor dog. Oh, Lord. That reminds me of my Monday. Get out. It wasn't horrible, and it's actually kind of funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time. So I'm sorry, I have so many bad allergies. I know I'm always itching my nose, which is not a good thing to be doing in the days of COVID, but, you know, what can I do? Anyway, so Monday night, I had to work late, and I was in the office, so by the time I got home, you know, it was an hour and a half or 2 later than I normally would get home. And I was trying to decide whether I wanted to have dinner or whether I wanted to wash the dogs. This was even up in the air because Cash had thrown up in the morning. He ate some grass, thought that was a great idea, and then promptly came inside and threw up. The only thing I can say is I was able to remove him from the rug before he threw up and put him on the hard floor. So anyway, I was like, do I really want to sleep with that? I don't think so. So I was like, I can either eat dinner or I can wash the dogs. I don't have time for both. So I decide to not eat dinner or to just have a snack or something. I wash the dogs. That's all fine. Fine and dandy. They look absolutely gorgeous. And then instead of blow drying them, because it's so hot here now, I just let them go outside. Perfect. So I grab, before I go outside in the back, I grab some popcorn, some San Pellegrino water, and some treats for them, because that's the kind of mom I am. We head out into the back. We haven't even stepped, I'm not even like out there very far yet. And Tango is running towards the fence. We have a neighbor dog that is over on the other side of the fence. And so, of course, you know how dogs are. Ran over there to start barking at that dog and ran back and forth several times in the dirt. And he was wet. So he was immediately dirty and barking and loud. And all I wanted to do was have a little bit of popcorn, you know, and finish reading my book. And so then, of course, I had to go get him, yell at him, and I'd had it. So I just made him go over to the hose, and I washed his feet with that. Okay, Susan, we'll see you later. And so anyway, then after that, then I started hauling out these little, I've got these fences that are called X-Pens. They're actually for show dogs, but we don't use it for that. Shocker. We just use it to kind of make little fences around things or whatever. So I decided I was going to put all that in front of the fence, in the fencing. And by then I had it. And so they were trying to make up with me. They were both scared. Cash was scared. He wasn't even involved, but he knew that I had been yelling. Okay, let's take a break here from this very dramatic story. Let's make this card. It's just striking, right? So we need, oh no, that looks like a blushing bride card and a blushing bride base with a big purple posy on it. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it like jumped out at me, right? That's how pretty it is. Okay, and so the instructions said, I didn't read them out loud, but it just said, match the card bases to the card fronts. You don't have to do that because as you can see, you could very easily use the purple on this one. So I like to do one in the kit, just like it says. And then, of course, by the end of it, I will be doing my own thing, like with every card. Okay, so anyway, we will stick with it at this time. I need protein. Yeah, I know. I need a protein, right? Instead of popcorn and fizzy water. You don't think that's a great dinner? No, it wasn't. Because I hadn't planned anything. So anyway, I'm hauling out this fencing. But as I'm doing so, it's gonna be hard for you to believe after that theme song I was singing, but the explicatives were flying, okay? And just think of one, and I was saying it, right? And I remember at one point I was like, damn it, I can't believe this, living in the city. Like, I love living in the city. But at that particular time, I wanted to be living in the country. So anyway, it all worked out. No, I didn't get any dinner, but I did get the fencing put up like I probably should have done a few months ago. And now, as I said, now it kind of makes me laugh at how silly I was being. I'm sure the neighbors got a big, huge laugh out of that. And so then I sat back down after all that business happened, right? Oh, gorgeous. Get well soon. It's very nice to send cards to people when they don't feel well. I have both been the recipient of and the sender of. And that's just a really nice time. So don't forget people who aren't feeling well. Anyway, so after I sat back down, then the neighbors who that fence is very close to, we're just kind of crammed in here a little bit. And I don't have any landscaping over on that side right now. I had it removed because it was overgrown. The neighbors started playing cornhole, and they're not good at it. So, do you know what that is? Do you know what cornhole is? Give me if you know what cornhole is. I know, Roz, at least you have to laugh about how silly you can be and how wrapped up you can get about things. Otherwise, it would not be very good if you just stewed in all that, right? And all that mad. So I'm going to use right now our beautiful Stamp and Seal. Now remember, these are 2 of the new adhesives. These packages, I think, are just the same, except the refills. One is dark blue and one is light blue. I would call this Misty Moonlight, and I would call this Pool Party. So Pool Party is going to be the one that you use most often. It's like Snail. This is going to be more like Tear and Tape or like Fast Fuse. And I have found that both work beautifully. You have to just try it out though, because it's a continuous running adhesive, and see, like, sometimes it has a hard time grabbing, and I don't have problems with it. Oops, sorry. I don't have problems with doing it now, but I had problems when I started. And the only thing I can tell you is just don't use a lot of pressure. Like, I think that definitely we used more pressure with snail. And also, if it just feels like it won't get going, just take your thumb and move it, just manually move it. And then it seems to get started again. But not much of a learning curve, to be quite honest. Okay, that's pretty. You can almost just make these from the pictures on the front. Okay, you've never heard of cornhole. It's like a beanbag toss. That's the easiest way to call it. It's a beanbag toss. And the things you're tossing it into are on the ground, and they're slightly elevated, and they're usually made out of plywood or some sort of lumber. And then you're, I don't know how far away you put them. I don't know if there's like rules to cornhole if you just try it. But anyway, so they were throwing these bean bags like several yards back and forth, and then not making it into the cornhole. So I was listening to this thunk, thunk, thunk back and forth, and the dogs were curious, but they weren't saying anything about it, right? Because they were already kind of scared of me. But it was at that time, right then, over popcorn and San Pellegrino, that I decided that I was going to remember now that I am getting ready to do a large landscaping job. Well, I had also gotten a bid to have some landscaping done in the back. And it was a lot more than I wanted to do. And so I told the project manager, no, I didn't want to do the back right now. I was thinking I might do it next year. Well, it was probably 9 o'clock at night. So, flashback to this whole cornhole, dog running in the dirt, me hearing the neighbors who are kind of loud anyway, let's be honest. So right then, I sent an email to the project manager, and I told her, you know what? Add the backyard to my project. So that Monday night cost me several $1,000s. But you know what? Now that I've just bitten the bullet and decided, I'm really excited. But that's how it's going to go sometimes. And I'm going to be super happy to have the whole project done. But basically, you can blame that on the neighbors, cornhole, and the dogs. Okay, well, now let's use a little bit of this stamp and seal. So related comment is I need to sell a lot of these kits. So if you're at all interested, please contact me. Anytime. Even I'll wake up and take your phone call. Hey, Kathy. There's Kathy. Fresh out of the shower, Kathy. I'm not spying on you. A little birdie told me that. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm so excited now that I finally was like, what am I waiting for? It's only going to get more expensive. And I wanted to do something back there, and I don't want to do it myself. I've done lots and lots of, I know I've told you guys this, but I've just done lots and lots of the work around here. And, I don't have to do all of it now sometimes. That is a very nice thing to realize. Is like, open up the checkbook, Lisa. It's only going to hurt a little bit. So anyway, long story long, I should say. What am I talking about? I was like, forever. Yeah, you're still there. God, thank you. I love you guys so much. You're my people. Oh, I can't tell you how happy it is to see all of you, even though I know you're not here right in front of me, but you're kind of here. Anyway, I'm always so happy to see all of you every Thursday night. Okay, let's take a look here. So I have used Seal Plus, and I just put some of the Seal Plus on the back of this circle, and then I just took some of the ribbon and just laid it down on the Seal Plus, and the Seal Plus is holding it very tightly. You could probably pick it up and move it a little bit if you need to, but it's already, like, it's down. And the final thing you can do to kind of hold it in place is strategically place your little dimensionals. And then that kind of holds it down finally. Oops, the one thing I should have done. Oh no, this goes on the front. Okay, this is gonna go on the front. That's all right. All right, now, I'm trying to keep this over here. Yep, so what do you think about that? Gonna get the whole dang yard done. It's gonna be so fancy, I'm gonna have to move. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Okay, so now they've kind of got it over here. Oh, nice. See, like I said, don't even have to plan the designing of this. It's done for you. And it looks like way better than any cards you would buy at the store. Get real. I think they have that up on a dimensional, so I'm going to put it up on a dimensional too. I think it can handle it. And it's quite sweet. So again, this was just a couple of those little die cuts, 3 of the die cuts. And I used glue dots to put the leaves onto the back of the little flower. All right, yes, you're gonna get another one. Kathleen, you've already had one. Good for you. That's really neat. She's going to town. Now see, mine's gonna be a little bit different based on where I stamped. That's okay. You do it just how you want to. Okay, now here's a few little extras. Remember, I'm going to put some of my extras on here. This is not going to add anything to the shipping. And like I said, it was just one of those scores from a Paper Pumpkin where they sent like a whole sheet. And I used several of them, but I always knew I would have a good reason to get these out. I was saving them, special occasion. And here's the special occasion. It was so fun. Okay, how long did that take me? Even though I was talking the whole time, it probably took me 3 minutes. Look at this. Look at all the beautiful shimmer on this card. Do you like it? Do you like what you're seeing? And then lots of nice space to write inside. Beautiful weight to the cards. And let's go ahead and stamp one of the envelopes. And we'll make it like, you know, Jen loves to stamp these envelopes. I never get around to it, but that was so easy, right? I have time to stamp all the envelopes. So let me stamp one. I'm not even gonna like take off in color or theme or anything else. I'm going to use that beautiful Posy in Highland Heather. And it's going to be right on the corner here, I think. Hello, children. What's going on out there? Let's do another one in the other corner. Hi. Are you coming in to tell me Tango is doing something naughty? Probably. I have one who's the tattler. Look at that. It's so pretty. I can't help it, even though I made it. I think it's beautiful. That was so fun. Let's make another one. Okay, and just, I have the chamois. If some of you are unfamiliar with this, this is just a really nice chamois. And so you can clean the majority of your stamps just with water. Very nice to have. Okay, I'm going to put this away so I don't put my hand in it or my card in it. And let's see, let's do another one. Let's do a different one. Let's use this soft sea foam. And, oh, wow, that is pretty. So this one is going to be a landscape. Is the kit? This is not all-inclusive, Amy. The kit and the stamp set are separate. So the kit's totally doable with other sentiments, but this is the stamp set. And I think it's kind of fun. You may have missed this, but I'm giving away the card kit and the box and everything. I'm giving that away as a birthday gift to a friend. And so I guess I got the stamp set as a consolation gift for me because I love the posy theme. And so anyway, I'll still have the stamp set, and I may end up getting another kit, who knows. But at least I will still have the stamp set to do all sorts of fun stuff with. Okay, so again, super easy. You just grab the one that's the soft seafoam background and get ready to put that up on your card. And it tells us all sorts of little instructions here. So the instructions are numbered in the card kits. And if you go back to the front of the first page in your language, which is probably English or you're not watching me, right? Then it will tell you. So for example, it shows you 3 different things it's pointing to, and it has a number 5. And that means you go back to number 5, adhere using Stampin' Dimensionals. That's how it goes. That's as easy as the instructions are. Like I said, if you've made a few kits before, you don't even really need to follow the instructions. You can just kind of see it because the pictures are really high quality. But in case you need clarification, they have it. It tells you how much ribbon you need. I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm just going to measure it right on the card. So it's so easy. It is easy and fun to put together. Sometimes, Kathleen, I mean, I say that I am a beginner stamper. What do I say? I say I'm a casual and an avid stamper, depending on the day, right? Just depends on what I want to work on. And some days, it's just nice to have something really easy to work on that ends up really pretty. So this is one of those things. The hardest part about it, as you just noticed, the hardest thing, the thing you need to remember, is that you put these on the card fronts in the right order, right? Don't stick them on upside down. That's it. That's it. You don't have to worry about yard here. Oh, that's right, Leslie. Well, they were running in the dirt, the small area of dirt that was in the backyard, of course. If you think about the cost of the kits, think about the fact, yes, that cards people buy are $4 to $5 or even more for sure. Hello, Karen. Oh, good, Kathy, putting it on your next order. There, that makes me happy. Then we can talk about how beautiful this kit was. Well, hi, Amy from Indiana. Nice to see you. And the kit should be on your need list. Yes, I think it's good value and it's just fun and pretty, right? Okay, where's that beautiful ribbon? Where's that beautiful ribbon at? And I am just going to give it a quick measure right on the card. And you kind of want to run the span of the card. And in case you're wondering, in case you're a rule follower, it's 5 inches of ribbon. There you go, rule followers. Okay, and then we need one of these. Again, really cool. Die cut, laser cut, really. And this is more of a sympathy sentiment. Wishing you comfort and peace at this time. I love that. I think it's really kind. And I think it's in Blackberry Bliss. And I love me some Blackberry Bliss. So let's do that. Get a little space, right? I think I'll do a dry run because I haven't used this stamp yet. Oh, it's gorge. Okay. And of course you don't have to measure anything when you're putting these together, so that's part of why they go together so quickly, isn't it? Beautiful. we go. Sentiment, done. Now we're going to grab a few of those little die cuts. They're so adorable. I just want to pinch their cheeks. They have one that's Highland Heather. Whoops. And one that's Blushing Bride. I just punched out 2. That's all right. Come on now. All right. And 1. And a couple of leaves, it looks like. Yes. Okay. Let's see here. Yes. So did anyone else list their theme song? What would be your theme song? Not your family's theme song, not your children's theme song. Just your theme song. What do you think? Please don't say Highway to Hell. You know what? First of all, I do like AC/DC and I listen to them sometimes. I find that when I was driving to work every day, if I didn't feel well or if I felt like I was getting sick, this was like a long time ago, not now, I feel fine, but I always felt like if I was getting sick or if I didn't feel quite right, I wanted to put something on like that and, I don't know, get myself going or whatever. And so lots of times I associate listening to AC/DC with when I'm sick, which is really kind of weird. And I also associate it with going to my hometown, which is about an hour away from here. And I did not listen to AC/DC in school. I was very much in like an alternative punk, indie type things. Like what I listened to in high school was like the Fix, the Smiths, anything that most people hadn't heard of was what I wanted to listen to. But anyway, AC/DC was very big in my high school. They were all into that like hard rock stuff. And it just reminds me of Emmett. And so I find myself now at 50, when I go over to Emmett, when I'm driving over to Emmett, I put lots of times I will put on AC/DC. There's like a stretch of highway where you know, it's just kind of an easy drive. And so anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all that. You don't care about that, but it's just kind of funny. The way music definitely brings up remembrances for you, doesn't it? Your theme should be Adam Lambert's What Do You Want From Me? I like that. I like that. I'm going to have to listen to it. Okay, Leslie, what is your favorite, not your theme song, but your all-time favorite song? You have to tell me. I think I missed it, Leslie. Devil in Disguise. Not surprising. Oh, you ladies. You crack me up. That's fun. Elvis Presley, all the way over in Australia. I didn't even know you guys knew about him. No, I'm just kidding. I know he was quite a thing. I know and really even when I was a kid, he was still a thing. So I don't want to act like it was a million years ago. He died pretty early, if I remember. Like, he wasn't that old. So I think I don't know. I was probably like 7 years old or so. I'm going to glue this directly onto the card with Seal Plus. Now, see, I could pick that up. So that's a good sign because mine was a little like off. Okay. Super cute already. Oh, a little uneven. A little not so super cute, right? I could always get my handy ruler out, but you've got all of his movies. Wow. Oh, Karma's is Living on a Prayer. Karma. Little Bon Jovi for Karma there. See, now when I hear these songs, I'm going to think of all of you. That is really fun. That's the really fun part. I don't know what my theme song is. I don't know. I know of lots of musical groups that I just dearly love. I do love music. And I'm sure it would be something from my high school, college days. Probably college days. All right, now this is just going to go right up above the ribbon. I want to make sure you can see that. I'm getting a little low, aren't I? Hello, can you go? I'm going to leave a little bit of the organdy peeping out from the bottom. And then these guys are going to go up on their own dimensionals. And, oh, now see, this might be fun. Yeah, okay, Roz says, your song should be Walk the Moons, Shut Up and Dance With Me. I need to listen to that. I don't know that I mean, I think I know that song. But I'll have to refresh my memory now. You guys are giving me such good ideas. I should make like a mixtape. Did anyone do that? I'm sure you all did that, right? I used to make the best mixtapes. People wanted my mixtapes, I tell you what. And I think that to this day, I am very good. Like, everyone has what I would call like a useless talent, right? Like, if I could do this for money, I'd be a millionaire. And what my useless talent is that I can name the title and artists of songs really quickly when they come on the radio. Sometimes when it's just in like a weird intro stage. But I think I know how to do that because I used to always make those mixtapes. And you know, well, some of you don't know this, but you had to just wait until it came on the radio. And if you missed it, it could be another hour or 5 hours or the next day. So I got so tuned in to knowing the beginnings of songs that I think I just like hardwired it into myself. And so anyway, that's my useless talent. Now I'm going to put that one right there. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I want to just kind of fish it in there. I want this one to be laying flat on here. So I wanted to kind of know where it was going to be before I put a dimensional on it. And it might not even need a dimensional. We're kind of building this as we go. But I know I want a leaf on it. And it doesn't matter where that little glue dot is because we're working with, you can turn this design around anyway and it'll look great. So let's get that on there. Oh, Wide Awake by U2. U2's probably my favorite, I'd have to say, Julie. In fact, you know, you always play that game, like, if you had to have just one album for the rest of your life, or if you were going to an island and you could only have one piece of music, I would take the Joshua Tree. And I've always said that, and I haven't thought about it for a long time. I would still take the Joshua Tree. From my college days, loved it. Seen them once. I was actually in the front row. Super exciting, right? It was super exciting. It was probably the most exciting thing that had happened to me at that point. You know, I was raised in small town Hicksville. So anyway, yes, Julie brings a smile to my face. See you too. Oh yeah, there was a show called Name That Tune. I remember when I was a child, I would watch it. I probably always was kind of like enthralled by that. And recently, there's been a show with Jamie Foxx was the host. Don't ask me why he was the host of a game show. Wasn't he like an Academy Award winner? Anyway, it's called Shazam. And it's just like the app. I'm faster than the app, which probably a lot of people are. I don't find the app that impressive. But girl, I'm faster than the app. Almost always. And anyway, that show was kind of fun to watch too. Sometimes I would, you know, I don't know every single thing. There's certain genres that I know better than others. But often I try and listen to different radio stations. You know, when I'm like driving home, I'll just like move the dial around to different radio stations. To try and see if I know the songs. Try and like keep myself conditioned, right? Keep the old noggin working. Okay, and boom, we're done already with another card. Can you believe that? That's how fast these things are going to go together. I mean, look at this. Wishing you comfort and peace at this time. This is a beautiful sympathy card. It's I don't want to call it cheerful, but it's just with some beautiful calm colors, a little bit of bling, very tasteful. This is a good card kit. I've always said Stampin' Up's the best at card kits. Well, no disappointments here. Speaking of, okay, let me wrap up a few of these things, and then we're going to move over to Whale Done, okay? So don't forget, though, about this card kit, Gorgeous Posies. Would love to sell it to you if you're in the United States. Yes, this is a good one. Okay, so card kits, you know Paper Pumpkin is the monthly card kit subscription that comes right to your mailbox. And I did a little something last month, and it was so much fun that we're going to do it again this month. And it's going to be an international Paper Pumpkin Zoom party. You can join that very easily by just going to the events section on my page where you are right now, the Stamping Zoo, and you can look it up. It's for Monday night, at least my time, Northern Hemisphere ladies. It's for Monday night, Leslie, Tuesday morning, 7 p.m. my time. And we're just going to jump on for a Zoom call. It probably will only be 40 minutes because I just have the free subscription. Because, you know, the backyard, right? And so anyway, no, I'm just kind of teasing about that. But anyway, it'll probably only be that long. And then we just grab another meeting time and jump back on if we want to. So anyway, join us. Come. There were several of us there last month, and it was really nice. Yeah, it was really fun. So bring a project. I will have 2 alternates made with June's Paper Pumpkin kit, which is the Sunshine kit. You've got to have it. It's going to be available internationally, and I think that our lovely friends in Australia and elsewhere are going to be able to get it in August. So tune in anyway, Aussies, because then you can get a little preview, right? And then you'll be all ready to make your own alternates and things like that. So anyway, look for that in my events section, but it's Monday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's free, of course. You just jump on. Where's that little stamp set? Okay. I really like the stamp set. I like the sentiments, and I can definitely see using, you know, I don't buy full sympathy sets necessarily. But when I find a set that has a great sympathy sentiment in it, I don't get rid of it. In fact, there was one a few years ago. I don't even really care for the stamps. It's a style of stamp that I'm not very good with, but I've kept it because it says like just the right thing. So here's another one that I really like. It's simple. It says what you want it to say. It doesn't go on and on, so the person feels like they have to read forever. This guy's little. This was a cling set, obviously, and I think that's probably because it's distinctive, right? They tend to put the finer detailed stamps on red rubber. That's probably not their only decision. But I do know that's one of the reasons why they do that. So the Zoom meeting, it was fun, wasn't it, Donna? We got to see Donna's new place. We got to see Leslie's place more than halfway across the world. And we got to see Sally, who's like, you know, I don't want to say anything, but like one of the cutest dogs ever, right? And she had a really cute sweater on. Because it's not summer where she lives. So anyway, if you want to tune in and see Sally, Leslie, can you make arrangements to have a very cute outfit on Sally? Because people are probably going to tune in to see her. So make sure she looks hot. Oh gosh. She's a doll, and she looked perfectly behaved. Not like the wild children that live around here, but that's okay. You know I love them more than my luggage. They're so awesome. They don't really know what to think about my schedule anymore, I don't think. I think they're just like, we're giving up. We don't even know what she's talking about. But I'm here with them a lot more than I used to be, and I like that. It gives me comfort. I like it, of course, personally, but I like it for them too, because I know animals, well, most animals prefer that. Those guys do. Okay. Let's see if I can make this card that I was thinking about, right? Oh gosh, yes, Cindy. I'm going to keep going. If you guys need to leave, that's totally fine, but let's see if I can make this card. It's in my mind. I want to start with pool party. That's not crazy, right? Let's start with pool party. We need a pool party base, and we need a pool party card front. You're so excited. Oh, Ross. Don't you love it when that happens? When you get it confused and you, then you realize it's Thursday night. Yay. And I saw all your cute pictures of the kids playing with Uncle Peter, and they were so happy. And baby Gwen is just looking like the little princess that she is. Now I'm going to do a card front that's exactly the same measurements. Well, it's going to be 4 1/4 wide. And it's going to be, how big do we think this whale is? I'm doing a little measurements off to the side here. So I'm just going to kind of measure my punch. This whale is going to be like 1.5 inches, tail included. So I think, now let's see. This is 5.5 long. I'm going to make this 3.5 long. We're going to cut it in a couple of places. We're going to make a panel card, okay? 3.5. I better give myself 3 3/4. Trying to make this so easy that you don't have to do a bunch of measuring, right? Okay. And now I think I want like, is that crooked? No. Ooh, thank goodness. Now I think I want like 1.5 inches up at the top, and the rest of it can be down at the bottom. Yeah, okay. So, regular card base, and then this one was 4 1/4 wide, okay, by 3 3/4 long. I cut it at 1.5 inches for the top. All right, don't let me forget that. I'll be right back, but I'm not going far. I want to get a little strip of silver glimmer paper. And I probably have a great scrap for that. Let's see here. Oh, I see something right in there. All right. Ta-da! We want this to be 4 1/4 long. And probably let's do 2 strips that are 3/4 inch wide, because I want to be able to maneuver them without having to hold them with my tiny fingertips, right? Doesn't have to be, you're only going to see a little sliver of it. So 2 strips, 4 1/4 long by about 3 1/4 wide. Then we're going to take some of this super cool paper, and I am going to grab a piece of Whisper White thick, but you can use Whisper White regular. We're going to reinforce this DSP with by gluing it onto a piece of Whisper White. And I don't, let's see, I can do it 6 by 6, I think. Let me see. How about 6 by 5.5? That's fine. We just needed it to be, again, about 4 1/4. So let me do this real quick. I'm gonna take our beautiful seal. No, you know what? I changed my mind. Let me use liquid. Bill bought her a new jumper. Excellent. Very nice. I can't wait to see the new jumper. Or whatever you put her in will be beautiful, I'm sure. I want to use this piece of paper with the waves on it. Isn't it cool? Look at that. And the backside as whales. Wow. I will miss them, but I can buy more. And actually, do those whales fit into the punch? Is this paper like that? Kind of looks like it is. Let's see if I can get... Well, yeah, you could punch it out, I think. So keep that in mind. Are we losing Cindy? Yep, I think we might be losing Cindy. That's okay, Cindy. Okay, I'm just gonna glue this. Like I said, I want a little bit of, I want this to be a little bit thicker than it already is. So, and it doesn't really matter which way I glue this. And then we're gonna cut off the excess. That's fine too. It also doesn't matter if it's completely square, but while I'm doing it, I want to try and keep it neat and not get glue all over the place. Okay. Now again, I want a piece that's 4 1/4 wide. Again. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and do that. 4 1/4 wide. It's all beautiful. Then I'm going to want a good 3 inches, I'd say. How about 3 1/4? Oh, that's quite a bit. Let's say 2 3/4 inches. Yeah, that sounds good. So I've cut off the top. It's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. And then we have this little piece left. I want to fussy cut some of these waves out. See those? Aren't they cool? I'm going to fussy cut this wave out. Just the top part. It doesn't really matter about the bottom. We're not going to see the bottom. You're just going to see the top. Okay. Let's see if I can do this slightly with it. The lighting's a little weird right now. I have to light things a little differently with Switcher. And I know that it's still, my phone is right in front of me like I'm a DJ or something. But, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's almost like I'm bubble cutting these waves so that I don't have to be perfect. And I'm actually really roughly bubble cutting them. So some are wider than others, but it's kind of turning out a little fun. It's waves, right? Okay. Fun. We'll just leave the bottom on there for now, but I don't think we're going to be using all of it. We'll probably cut some off so it doesn't show in our design. Okay, let me show you very roughly what I'm thinking, and let's see if this is going to work out. So I need a weight. I need a paper weight, literally, right? I want to have, well, I want to have this on the bottom, and I want to have, that's not very wide. I thought it was going to be wider than that. I want to have this in the middle, okay? And I want to have a little bit of silver showing right here. And then I want, come on now, the same thing up here, a little bit of silver showing, maybe not even that much. You guys can help me with this. And I was looking at your comments. Sorry, I get sidetracked. You're so interesting. You think I'm interesting? I'm not interesting. You guys are interesting. Okay, And then I am going to, this will be all raised up a little bit. And then this part is going to be even back here a little bit. And then we're going to pop the whale up in the middle. What do you think? The whale's going to be over here, and then we'll have one of the sentiments over here. I like it. Okay, we're going to go with it. Now see how easy whale done is to use. Wait until you see. I pre-stamped everything. You know, I really like to do that. Like a dry run, get a feel for the stamps, but also just to see how it looks on paper. Literally how to see how it is on paper. So here it is in Misty Moonlight, our new bluish gray color. Look at these stamps and I don't even know what to call these sentiments. They're definitely mixed font. They look kind of handwritten a little bit. Maybe Sean Douglas had something to do with them. You know what I mean? They're fantastic. Oh, and then who doesn't want a card that says, my love for you is bigger than the ocean? Well done. Thanks a ton. You're kind of a big deal. I love it. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And then look at the great stamps. They're not distinctive, but they're definitely textural. I can't wait to use this jellyfish and stamp it in all sorts of different colors of blues and greens. So anyway, this is the stamp set. Plus, of course, the really cool punch. Let's make a whale, okay? Let's see if we can make this whale. Now, I want to consult the catalog to make sure that oh, and we might need to use this too. I don't know. I know we're going to use some sequins. Let me see what colors are in the paper. I know what colors are in the paper, but just to be sure. Okay, we're going to stick with the blues. Pool Party, Pacific Point, Just Jade. I don't want to do the whale and Pool Party because the card is mostly Pool Party already, right? And Pacific Point is pretty bright, but we can give that a try. Let's give that a try. Okay. Now I need all these different pieces. Some of these pieces, like this one's probably going to be plain white. Let me just try and stamp that one out right now. And see if I cannot like waste all the paper. This is the belly of the beast, right? But not really the beast because ours is going to be a cute whale. There is that. And then there's an eye. There's a fin. I think these two are like water splatters. Tell me if that's not right. But, and then there's the eye and the fin. Okay. So let's see here. I want to stamp this. You know, Just Jade might be fun. I realize whales aren't just jade, but you know what? They are in the art world. They can be anything you want them to be. Kind of fun, but I want to stick with the blues. Hey, how about Calypso, or how about Coastal Cabana? Let's try it in Coastal Cabana. Let's see what we think of that. If we don't like it, it's just paper. It doesn't matter. It's over. All right. I want to see how I need to put this in here. It's a good idea when you're just starting to stamp something to see like how it's going to fit in there. Okay. Are we liking this so far? Do we think it's going to turn out? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to turn out or not. It probably won't be exactly as I'm thinking, which is the fun part about it. All right. Let me get rid of the purple. I don't want to go there. Not today. Maybe next time we'll make a purple whale. All right. And these are photopolymer, so very easy to just use. I already kind of rubbed them on my chamois before I got started with them. There seems to be a little bit of like a processing film that's on photopolymer stamps. So the first few images that you stamp, if you just stamp them straight from the package, and it's kind of like the first pancake you make. It's not quite right. But if you just give it a little rub on the chamois or just kind of prime it a little bit, it seems to work great. Okay. Now let me show you this in Coastal Cabana and we will see if that's what we like. Ooh, hello. That's pretty, isn't it? Do we like it? Yes, they're water spouts. Okay, good. Somebody said it was the spout, not the eye. Well, it looks like there's a round. Oh, you think that it could be like the water spout. I see what you're saying. Look, it's even in the stamp, you guys, which is so, I don't even know how they did that. Look at the water spout. At first I thought it was something was on my ink, and then I realized, oh my gosh, they've even made a water spout for this thing, which is great because I think it's necessary. I think they need them. Oh, thank you. Okay, we're going to do it in Coastal Cabana because it's just really pretty. So let's just punch this little guy out and then we will build as we go along here. This is the first whale I've built. So in paper or otherwise, first whale. You're all here to see it. And there's some extra little pieces that came out in white that we might want to use as white. So we'll make sure that they stick around. Those two little water drop spots. And then we also need a front fin, don't we? Or do we just need that if we don't stamp it? Yeah, I think it's fine the way it is. Stamped. Okay, and then this is going to be a styling whale and it's going to have some Wink of Stella on it. So let's see if I can get that going. I don't want to just brush it over it because I'm afraid it will blur the color too much. So let me just start softly. I also don't want to ruin all of that special effect in the stamping by blending it all together. So I'm just going to kind of put it down in the more solid areas. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it. It's super cute. Maybe that will look like water sparkling on its back. All right, now I'm trying to think, should we start putting this together or do I want to wait? Now see, this is going to be up in front, right? And then this guy's going to be, my idea was that he'd be like almost jumping out. Maybe he needs to be like that. I thought, oh, I don't even know if you guys can see that. I'm sorry. I don't even, I was thinking at first that he might be like part behind the waves, but I think he needs to be in front of the waves. He needs to be in the forefront, definitely. Super cute. Okay, and then I like your kind of a big deal. It's just fun, isn't it? Maybe we can find a stitched square to go with that sentiment. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. I don't know my animal parts. I'm not very good at this. Remember my sticker book that I told you about? See, my family messed me up, so I don't know what animal parts are supposed to look like anymore. Oh my. Let's see. I think in the stitched shapes, there's a square I might be thinking of. Now, if I had to, I could use the rectangles, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see how big this would be if we like it. That's too big. I mean, I don't like it. It's too big. Oh, is this going to be too small? It's a tiny bit too small. Well, that doesn't work. I kind of wanted a square. I could just use the regular squares, couldn't I? It doesn't have to be stitched. Or, let's see. No, I don't want anything too ornate. Because I think we have a lot going on there. Let me see. Now you know we can use the stitched rectangles by just putting them in a couple of times in the die cutter. Why not? Let's do that because I think that's the size. I think I want that size. See, this one's gonna be perfect. It is perfect. Okay, we're gonna do that. Why not? Let's challenge ourselves. Okay, and I am gonna stamp that in Pacific Point. I feel like that's a good place for Pacific Point, right? Okay, let me grab that scrap of white. I don't think I need anything extra. Maybe not. I don't want to cut it too short. No, this is fine. I think this will work. You're kind of a big deal, you know. So fun. And actually, as I'm making this, I think I'm going to give this to my nephew who's turning 1 in July. Won't that be fun? Yeah, that'd be super cute. I have a lot of July birthdays. Family July birthdays. So I got to bring the goods. And I think this will be really cute. Let me try and stamp this up towards the top, over to the right. Oh, now look at that. See how that sentiment is like kind of hand drawn? Isn't that neat? Oh man, I'm in love with it. And so you could use the stamp You're Kind of a Big Deal on a lot of things. You could use it with like a bunch of the stamped and die cut balloons or anything like that. You could just use the sentiment alone, stamp it like 3 or 4 different times in 3 or 4 different colors, and then put some balloons beside it, and it would make a really cute birthday card. Doesn't have anything to do with the whales, does it? So that'd be fun too. Okay, I'm gonna put this away for now, but don't forget, the best idea book ever. And it's also what you need if you're gonna order products, but it's the best idea book. Okay, and I want to put Coastal Cabana away. I want to get this out of the way a little bit because I want to bring the Big Shot in and make this guy. Big Shot is kind of a big deal. But pretty soon, there's going to be something new on the block that's a big deal, isn't it? And it's going to be the Stampin' Die Cut and Emboss machine. I kind of forgot its name there for a minute. The Stampin' Die Cut and Emboss machine. That's going to be the big deal around here. It's going to be available for demonstrators to buy it in August. So if you're dying to get your hands on the new machine and you aren't already a demonstrator, you can be a demonstrator. In fact, what I would do if you're thinking about that is I would sign up in the next couple of weeks, because then you'll get a free bundle, either punch bundle or either die cuts or stamp bundle. So then you already have your 20% discount. And then when the die cut machine becomes available, you'll be all ready. So if you are interested in that, please let me know. I would love to sign you up to be a discount shopper. And then if you do something else with it, hey, cool. All right, now here's what I die cut, right? It looks kind of weird. But then we're just gonna put this. So if you haven't done this before, you kind of put this in where you want it. Okay, see, like I'm gonna cut this as a square, but I wanna make sure the stitching kind of stays the same. So if you put it in here, you can almost feel the stitching locking into place, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to put it down here. And also, if it doesn't get perfectly matched up, it's still okay. It's still totally all right. Because you'll have, you'll just have some more stitching down the side. And I think that's it. Okay. And so then see, you run it through here. It doesn't have any other paper to cut besides that first little end piece. And then when you take it off, you have a stitched square, exactly the size you needed, instead of a stitched rectangle. That's just, I'd like to say it's magic, but it's even easier than magic. And that way, it doesn't really matter what size your sentiments are. You just make the perfect size for yourself. See? Ooh, cute. Cute. Now get out of there. It's those dimensional backs, right? They want to follow us around. We need to pause for a station break. Okay. Let's see here. If this card's shaping up really pretty, I like it so much. I'm sorry, but I have to get some foam strips. Forgot to grab those. Okay, let's see here. I think that's gonna be good. All right. These have not changed. They were available and they still are available. And they're about twice as high as a Stampin' Dimensional. So you can use the dimensionals and the foam strips interchangeably as long as you keep that in mind, okay? All right, let's start putting this thing together, shall we? We need our Seal Plus. We've been using our Seal Plus a lot tonight. So glad we have it. Now I'm just gonna kind of leave the parts there because I don't want to lose track of what was going where. I am going to run a little bit of Seal Plus on what's the bottom edge of that. And then I'm just going to eye it from the front because that way I can see exactly how much shimmer I want. A little glimmer paper goes a long way. And then I can take these, there's like a tiny slip off of this end. I just want to cut that off, okay? So then that piece is gonna be there. And then this, same thing, right? We just take a little bit of that Seal Plus, run it along there. Any questions? I'm open for questions. Or are you just watching? Are you just enthralled? Okay, and then I'm not gonna measure. Again, it's just, you know, you can kind of eyeball this. It's supposed to have a little bit of a one-of-a-kind handmade quality to it, which it does. Okay, and then again, I'm just gonna cut that tiniest, not even an 1/8, not even a 16th. It's probably a 32nd, 1/32 of glimmer paper off. Okay, and then, so I'm gonna have this in there. Let me cut some of this off. We don't need that extra bulk. And it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Now I want the waves. We can set the waves because the waves are going to be flat against the back. I'm going to use my regular Stampin' Seal. And let's put that down. Again, I think it's all in the angle. I really haven't had a problem with it. And I haven't been running it continuously because it's stronger than snail. I can tell when I pick it up with my fingers. So I think you're gonna use less of it. And there's a couple extra feet on a roll. So All right, I know how we want the top. So let's go ahead and do the top of this with the foam strips. We just want to outline this rectangle now with foam strips. So just grab one, and you can kind of, these are for shaker cards, of course, or just to raise things. And since I don't want to use a bunch of little dimensionals, because I want this whole piece up, you know, and we could use the foam adhesive sheets, but I think that's kind of overkill. This is like just enough. You can just carry them on continuously, and again, they don't need to be right up on each other, because we're not sealing in sequins. We are going to use sequins on this card, but you just trim them. The scissors, so easy. Okay, so let's put this piece on there so we can kind of see our vision coming together. Now, I remember I kept this 4 1/4 because I didn't want to have to worry about trying to make even edges around the outside or anything. That's too much. That's too much for me on a morning, let alone a Thursday night. I am just making sure that that doesn't show. You don't want to see any of that foam strip on the back side. So I'm just going to start in one of the corners and make it flush with the top and the side. And then it should go together pretty easily. Don't burnish it really hard until you have a chance to take a look at it from both sides. Yeah, we got lucky. That's pretty good. Okay, you're still using your fast fuse. You must have had a lot of fast fuse, Leslie. You know what? I never got any. My upline teacher at the time, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, she never used it. And so I never learned to use it. And then by the time I was signed up and thinking about using it, it was going on the bye-bye list. So I like it. I like the Seal Plus a lot. From what I can tell, I really like it. Now see, it's this way because that's for a right-handed person. But mine are always going to be laying down this way because lefties don't have time for that. Okay, now this is that part where it's the bottom, and I'm trying to decide, how do I want these waves? Do I want our whale up in front? I think I want our whale to sit almost like that. What do you think? I wanted these to add another layer of dimension though. But I think it's going to be messy because if I do that, I'm going to have to use dimensionals. But I can at least put this up on the front. So that gives it a couple different levels. Maybe I'll try the whole 3rd level thing next time. Okay. And here's that goofy piece of cardstock that I cut, remember? And it's DSP, but I put it up on cardstock. Okay. And then we can put this on foam strips now. And I'm not going to worry, just like with the waves, or just like with the top piece, I'm not going to worry about outlining the waves. You don't need to do that. You just need to make sure that you're close enough to where the bottom of the waves are, because remember, we reinforced that DSP. Well, we reinforced it for a reason. We reinforced it so it can stand on its own. So then we don't have to worry about fine-tuning it with tiny little dimensionals or anything. It's perfectly strong enough to stand up on its own now. Oh gosh, so my friend's actual birthday is tomorrow. If I really wanted to, I could get my second win and I could make those cards tonight. I'll let you know. I don't know if that's going to happen. But if not, the weekend's still fine, right? Okay, now again, putting this so it's flush with the bottom and flush with one side. And just kind of giving it a light touch before I commit. It looks like it's a little uneven because of those other waves. Okay, let me look. Okay, it looks like a grade school setup for a play almost. Look at this. Okay, I want you to see like the dimension of it. It almost looks like you've made a stage for a grade school play. It's really kind of fun. Okay, so then let's decide what we're going to do with this. Now I am going to use, it's like I want to throw everything but the kitchen sink on here. So do I want to use some of that ribbon? Because it's so beautiful. Remember, I have an extra roll. I have one that's already, cut open. So let me cut this, and if we don't like it, we don't use it. It's okay. So of course, I'm taking this idea from our card kit that we did, right, with the posies. And I was thinking about putting it down here. No, you know what? That's too much. I want this to be up like this. And then I want this to be kind of right there. I don't want to hide all the waves though. I better put this down here. Yeah. You just have to futz with it. Do you guys have any ideas? Do you have any suggestions? Let me see. Is there anyone with me? That's okay if not. I know I go along. I'm long-winded, people. No, you're still there. I see you. I see you still there. Okay, and then we could use the, I just heard, the dog's dreaming. Took me a minute to see what was going on there. Okay, let's see. Oh, and we could put these right up on the top if we wanted to. Looks a little far away, but you still get the idea. Oh, good. There's somebody. Somebody's there. Okay, and then I just kind of wanted this to look like. Okay, it would also kind of be funny if you put this whale on, we have that fly fishing stamp set. Remember that? I think it retired. But it would be kind of funny if you use the fly fisherman and then in the background you use the whale. I think that would be really good. Uh-oh, it looks like I'm freezing a little bit. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. But remember I told you that dimensionals are twice as high. Or you need 2 dimensionals for every foam strip. So I kind of need to, and some of this is up on the front. So I kind of just need to know that I need some right there and some under the blowhole. So let's do one and take the backing paper off. Those white pieces are the spray. Yes, got that. How about a piece of the DSP with seaweed on the bottom? That is such a great idea. Were you thinking of putting it on the bottom of the card? Or in the shadow box? That would be really cool. What's he like just behind the waves? Let me show you that. I thought it was hiding too much, Leslie, but you tell me. Like that? Are you thinking about like that? Or are you thinking lower? Maybe I just ended up on putting him where I wanted him. That would be cool. Tell me, do you guys like this? Do you guys like this layout? Or would you do something different? And I'm gonna get some sequins out while you're telling me. Yes, slightly behind. Okay, that's good. love it when you give me direct orders. I'm very compliant. Okay, I'm gonna finish putting his dimensionals on then. And that's gonna show off the waves. Okay, I was trying to hide him too much, and that wasn't gonna work for me. Okay, so like I was saying, we're putting 2 layers of dimensionals on this guy. Oh, hearts. Okay, that's what I'm doing. By just taking the backing paper off of one, and then you stack them, and then he's ready to go in there. Okay. All right, let's do that again. Like I said, I want him off to the left a little bit. Whoops. No, I want his belly in that low part of the wave. Sorry, I need to see this for a minute. He needs to go down a tiny bit. Okay. Get in there now. He doesn't have a name yet. But he's swimming in the ocean, that's all I know. He's not in an enclosure. So he's happy. All right, I am going to pick this up. It probably could be a little bit closer to his actual blowhole, but it's not gonna be because of the design of the card. Actually, I got too much on there. Okay. All right, and then this guy. And again, I'm just using the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool. The Take Your Pick tool is fantastic and very affordable. And then you can also buy a die brush for the end of it. That's why I have 2 Take Your Pick tools. And then one of the sides has like a spatula. So anyway, you can buy that to get out all the little bits and pieces of some of the more ornate or decorative dies. So don't forget about that. Just keep that in mind. Okay, you're kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Oh my. This is shaping up to be a really fun card. Okay, now I am going to get out some of these sequins. I hope you can see them. I'm trying to put them where you can see them a little more spread out. Oh my gosh. I swear some of them are soft sea foam, Night of Navy. They're just like the DSP. These shells though. Okay, look at that. Isn't that fun, you guys? I love it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up a few of these. I'm gonna put glue dots on them. Let's see, where are they? I think the glue dots are gonna fit for most of them. And if not, we can like roll them up into a little taco. Hello, well, hi Donna, how are you doing? We're just making some fun with this whale card. And before that, we were really enjoying the Gorgeous Posies card kit. I don't know if you've used that yet. You know, you don't know this, but I watch you a lot on replay. So anyway, if you haven't used the Gorgeous Posies kit yet, I'm gonna recommend it because it's that cool. It's so pretty. Okay, let's kind of highlight one of these beautiful little shell sequins right there. So sweet. All right, now let's take some more. And again, you can use that putty end and then just put the sequins right on the glue dot, okay, and lift. And that way you won't get frustrated like I did when the dogs ran through the dirt after they had just been bathed. Nobody wants to act like that. Okay, let's see here. And let's do this dark one, which is probably Night of Navy. It's so gorgeous. Oh, you just finished your hairdressing work. Hey, Donna, since you're still there, or maybe if you're still there, I want to say your all of your new supplies are looking fantastic. All of your IKEA, your calyx and everything. I have a calyx behind me. Couldn't recommend it enough. It just only gets better. I had it a long time, and it just seems to always fit the bill, right? I like the one that you got that has some drawers. And so anyway, excellent job. I think you're gonna really like that. I think it'll really be great organization for you. Okay, maybe a few up here, right? Let's use one of the different, there's some really small ones that I'm really digging. They're so cute. This one looks like it's soft sea foam, and like the glue dot's even a little bit bigger than it is, but who cares? And we're gonna use another shell because we can, because they're so adorable. Okay, again, you just like squish them. If they're bigger than what you want to use, you just kind of squish them. Now let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that like took the iridescent layer off of the sequin and then left the rest of it. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Let's try that again. I think we can do better. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. So you're kind of a big deal. You're going to be kind of a big deal when you get the Whale Done stamp set and start making cards for your family and friends. They're probably going to bother you to make cards with the stamp set for a long time. And don't forget about the adorable paper. My gosh, it's beautiful. And so I'm sure we will play with the stamp set again, because I'm just getting started with it. A million ideas already. But here's that beautiful 3D embossing folder. Don't forget about that. It's called Seabed. And just imagine this if you ink up this folder and then run it through like with some soft seafoam paper or something like that. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. We had some fun tonight. Thank you so much for all the laughs. You know I can't hear you laughing, but I think you're there. I imagine you're there, right? Laughing right along with me and telling me your theme songs and laughing at mine. That is not my theme song, I swear. I need it to not be my theme song, please. But let's get out these gorgeous Posy cards again. We don't want to forget about these. And they're fantastic envelopes. Look at that. So fun. And then there's a little envelope. So with the optional stamp set, right? Optional, but really nice. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I've had a lot of fun with you tonight. As always, you bring happiness to me, right? I grab it and I hold on to it. And I hope that I just give you a little bit in return. Thank you so much. It's been really fun. Again, if you would like to purchase any of these items that you see and you live in the United States, I'd love to be your demonstrator. All right. Have a good night, everybody.